Hey, what's up guys, it's Hansol here, and I have a new video idea that I recently came across, mainly from Zyback. I seen him do like an Ask Zyback type of video, and I thought, hey, what a great idea for me to answer some of the most commonly asked questions that I get, whether it's in my YouTube comments or my Facebook. And to be honest, you know, if you guys don't know already, I answer all my questions 100% of the time on my Facebook page. But recently it's been getting kind of annoying answering the same questions all the time. That's why I want to make this video. That way I can answer the most commonly asked questions instead of having to answer it over and over. Instead I can just link them this video. If you're watching this video and I linked it to you, you know why. So anyways, what you're seeing here is actually an Arathi Basin game on my Alliance Mage. And you're probably thinking, what, you went Alliance again? But no, actually I have two mages now, one on Horde, one on Alliance. That way I can play on two different battle groups. You know, sometimes it's nice to get away from BG9, from Bloodlust, as many of you guys know it, and just play some random people once in a while. And also I like to play with different RBG groups. I have an RBG group here on Alliance. I'm not like their core mage or anything, but yeah, anyways, let's get on to the questions. The most commonly asked question that I get a lot is Living Bomb or Nether Tempest. So if you guys don't know, Living Bomb and Nether Tempest are two different dots that fire mages can choose from in the talent tree. And Living Bomb is more of a bursty dot where you can put on up to 3 targets at once, whereas Nether Tempest you can put on anybody, unlimited amount of players, but it's less bursty but more consistent damage. So this is a topic that I thought about for a long time, and what I see works best is Living Bomb in 1v1s and RBGs. Living Bomb works best in 1v1s and arenas, and Nether Tempest is good for BGs and rated BGs. Because I covered this in a previous video, but Nether Tempest actually breaks polymorph, whereas Living Bomb only does on the last tick, is when it explodes. So I hate when, you know, Nether Tempest breaks polymorphs in arenas, so it's really risky to take it in arenas. But whereas things like RBGs or BGs, you're not polying as much and you're just trying to spread damage and pat the meters and whatsoever. So yeah, so that's my answer to you guys. Living Bomb for 1v1s and 3v3, and Nether Tempest for BGs and RBGs. Because Nether Tempest does a shitload of damage. If you can spread Nether Tempest to a big group of people where they're all bunched up, it's gonna be crazy. It's fucking orgasm time. Like, your damage is gonna go up the roofs, and then after that, once in a while you can just defreeze something, throw a bunch of pyros and global, while your Nether Tempest is slowly melting their team away. Also, another commonly asked question is, do you use a Razer Naga? I've been asked this question from way back before when I started making videos, before I was even 2200, before I was a gladiator, and I answered this question a lot. I actually use a 4-button Logitech mouse. So here's my thoughts on the Razer Naga itself. So Razer Nagas are really good for when you're running out of space on your keyboard or your mouse and you're having a lot of keybind issues where you don't feel comfortable with your keyboard, you don't feel comfortable with your binds, and you feel like you're not playing at full potential, and you're able to not achieve some of the goals that you've been wanting to achieve for, you know, a long time. And you know that if you're in that kind of a situation, sure, buy a Razer Naga. It does take time to get used to the actual mouse itself, because you know you're pretty much taking all the weight off your left hand and bringing it to your thumb on your right hand. So yeah, obviously it'll take a while, but I've heard it's worth it. You know, it's worth the practice, and eventually, you know, you will get further in rating. But for the people that actually play fine, like they're comfortable with their keybinds, they're able to play at their full potential and do fairly well in arenas or, you know, PvP in general, I think that they don't need a Razer Naga. It's just personal preference. It all comes down to personal preference. Whether you feel comfortable with your binds, whether you don't feel comfortable with your binds, it just you know, you have to ask yourself the question: is, am I doing good in PvP? Am I feeling comfortable with my binds? So yeah, I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but I think you get the point. And this question I get asked like at least like 5 times per video. It's like, what's this add-on? What's that add-on? And that's why I made a video going over all my add-ons for this purpose. But even though after I've made this video, I still get asked these questions because I feel like people are lazy. They watch one video of mine, they're new to my channel, and they're too lazy to check out my other ones. And because I have a bunch of guides, but people just ask anyways. Like, come on guys, just take a second to check out my channel. Maybe you'll find your answer over there. But anyways, if you're wondering what my add-ons are, I have the link in the description. You can click that and it'll bring you to that video. Or you can just wait till the end of this video. I'll put the add-ons video at the end so you can click it that way. In the video I go over what add-ons are good for what situations, why I like to use them, why they're good, etc. Also, the next question isn't actually a question, but I thought I'd go over it because I mean, it's pretty early in the season. Arenas have started, and you guys as a fire mage are wondering what comps you should be running in 3v3s. So, as many of you guys may know, I like to run Fire God comp. It's a really fun comp. It excels in CCs because Fears and Polymorphs don't DR. Also, bursts can be really good when Power Blasts are lined up with 3-point DPs. Defensives was good. I don't know if it'll be good anymore in 5.3 because they're taking away Life Swap, or so I've heard, which will gimp us a lot because, you know, they already took out Fade for Shadow Priest, which is fair. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. That's good. They also they made it so that if you get locked on the Shadow Tree, you can't disperse it. Now they're taking away Life Swap too, so I think that's a little too much. But I don't know, like, I don't want to overjudge it before it actually releases. We'll have to try it out. But yeah, that's what I've been running for the past few months, is Fire God comp. I've been able to synergize with my Shadow Priest very well. We've been able to achieve like 2400 plus rating in MMR in both this season and last season. So it's definitely a strong comp for Fire Mages. Next up is Fire MLS, which is Fire Mage, Warlock, and Shaman. You can run it as a Destro lock and an Affliction lock. Both work. The playstyle is completely different, obviously. But this is another really good comp because CCs don't DR. And also, you know, Warlocks, especially Destro Warlocks, where you're just randomly globing someone with Pyroblasts. And the lock can also global something with Chaos Bolts as well. So it's just like you're just soloing targets pretty much. It's pretty nice, but then if you line it up, the target definitely dies. I like running this with a Shaman. Like, my previous experience with Resto Druids hasn't been very good. I mean, I prefer playing with Resto Shamans. I don't know why. I mean, like, Tremors are obviously good, groundings, shears, purges. I like all that shit. Where Resto Druids, like, they're just cloning stuff. And, like, I'm trying to get procs. They just clone the target I'm trying to get procs off. So, like, my playstyle doesn't fit with Resto Druids. Not that I play with bad Resto Druids. It's just my playstyle doesn't fit it. Maybe it fits for you though. I mean, it's all personal preference. It's for everything. So next up is Spicy Chicken Cleave, which is Fire Mage, Boomkin, and then a Resto Shaman. This is very good for spread dot damage. Maybe in this I'd make an exception and use Nether Tempest instead of Living Bomb because everything's just melting anyways. And plus CCs don't DR once again. You know, clones and polys don't DR. And also Boomkins with Star Surge procs. It crits randomly and you can just give someone with Power Blast procs. It'd be nice. I haven't personally tried this comp yet, but I know for a fact it works. Next up is Double Fire Mage, or let alone just Double Mage. This obviously is a little more weaker on the CC side because, you know, CC's DR, you both have Polymorph. Especially if you're running with a Resto Shaman, that's even worse. So maybe running with a Disc Priest or a Resto Druid would be good. I ran Double Fire Mage. It's pretty fun. I mean, I think it has its rating cap though. Eventually, you know, you'll first comps that you won't be able to beat, maybe by like good Thug Cleaves or something like that. But overall, if you can line up like both of you guys having a hot streak proc and defree something, you'll just global that shit, man. It's a lot of fun to run this comp. You know, it's one of those comps where you just fuck around with. You're not like actually playing it seriously. Next up is Volcano Cleave, which is Fire Mage, an Elemental Shaman, and a Healer. This is another very bursty comp, but also DRs with Hexes and Polys, kind of like the Double Mage, but you know, it's another bursty comp. It's fun to play, but Shamans kind of get globaled once in a while, depending on what comp you're fighting. Also, the last one, I haven't tried it out yet, but I feel like it has a lot of potential, which is Fire Mage, Windwalker Monk, and Resto Shaman, Resto Druid. I believe it has a lot of potential because monks have a lot of defenses, and then Fire Mages have a lot of offensive ability, so it's like, you know, it balances it out a little bit. And you know, I hate fighting good Windwalker monks. Like, believe it or not, there's not too many good Windwalker monks out there, but when you fight a good one, holy shit, they peel like a fucking boss. Like, they don't let you do anything. It gets kind of annoying. Those are the comps that I'll probably be running. I might have missed a few, but you know, I don't want to like say a comp's good when I haven't even tried it yet. Except for the two I went over, because I know for a fact it worked, because I burst it. Also, the last question is the Alter Time macro. I know I showed you guys a one-shot Alter Time macro in 5.1, and I haven't been using it lately because I feel like it's a lot better to, like in the long run, to actually learn to do it manually, because you know, when new spells come in the game, like you know, Palm for Fire Mages, you're gonna have to like start doing it manually. That way it's easier to manage those buffs, and I just feel like, you know, you'll get better at micromanaging with your fingers, and you know, it'll get you farther down the road in, you know, arena situations. So yeah, this BG that I'm doing right now is like 25 minutes long, so I'll probably cut it down. I wasn't actually like trying to win this game or anything. I just wanted to like go kill some shit for you guys. Maybe next time I'll put in something else in a BG. Let me know what you want to see while I'm answering questions. If you also have any other questions to ask me, you can actually ask in the YouTube comments down below. You might be in the next Ask Hansol video. There's more of a chance I'll answer questions on Facebook and Twitter, so I highly suggest you go over there and ask. I've been using Facebook a lot lately. I don't really use Twitter, but I want to get onto using it more often. So yeah, the priorities, Twitter, I'll ask questions from there before Facebook, and Facebook, I'll answer the questions there before my YouTube. Feel free to ask me like any type of question, whether it's gaming related, WoW related, or even personal questions. I don't mind, I'll probably answer them. So go check it out, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll have another Ask Hansol video probably next week. So I'll see you guys next time. Keep burning shit.